at home now. Is there anything extra that you're feeling as a team in this building, or even you individually, and how has that been evolving?
I mean, it's always easier to play at home, I think. You got the crowd. You get home here, so it's kind of easier to play at home, so that's what I think.
You've been clear about you're kind of just taking one game at a time. Is that a mentality that goes back to your youth, your dad, or basketball? Where did you get that kind of just not wanting to look too far ahead and think about the next game?
Where did I get that? Honestly, I don't know. But it's just, as a team, as a player, you got to prepare for the next game, not thinking you got to prepare for what's next, not what's in the future. So, I mean, it's always been like that. So, I don't know when it started.
You were able to get, I think, 3 of your first 3 baskets tonight inside the arc. A lot of even with your recent 30-point scoring games, have been free throws and 3-point shooting. I guess, how did it feel for you to be able to find that rhythm or establish that rhythm inside the arc, and then I guess build it back out from there?
Yeah, I mean, it's easier for me to start there, just driving the ball. I think when I drive the ball, it gets better for everybody in the court. So I wanted to start like that today.
In that same spirit, when you are obviously using your drives to then set up your outside shots, do you use your scoring to set up your passing at all? Like JJ referenced that when you were in Dallas, you had many 20-point first quarters. Is that part of your kind of strategy?
I mean, it's not strategy, it's just, what the defense give you. So at the first, they were just switching and let me go one-on-one. So I know at some point they're going to double. So just so that, I just got to say, just play out of that. Then we play 4-on-3. We've been doing that great, so that's the game.
Luka, Mike mentioned the 9 straight here, and we've seen your interactions with the crowd and the fans. How has that built over your time here in a month plus, and how do you feed off of the crowd when you're hitting a big shot and they're going crazy, and just kind of that relationship?
I mean, you just feel the energy in the crowd. Some crazy shots that I can hit. So when I hit one of those, I know the crowd goes crazy and just give energy. And I don't think just for me, so and for the whole team.
Luka, živijo. JJ Redick te ni zamenjal v prvi četrtini, si mu ti kaj rekel, da ga mislim, da te ne zamenja, glede na to, da si imel 20 točk. In kaj ta tekma pomeni, glede na to, da si igral 3 četrtine na dolgi rok za ta težek ritem, ki je pred vami?
Ja, nič mu nisem rekel, on ve, ko mi gre dobro, mislim, vem, da me bo pustil not, tako da to sploh ni bilo vprašanje. Ampak super, tu je malo več počitka, da nisem igral 4. četrtine, meni top.
Luka, you were, kind of hot from the start, really got the crowd going, the team going. What does it do for the team when you get off to a hot start like that and kind of build momentum from the beginning?
I think it helps the team, especially when I was talking like the energy of the crowd. It was big in the first quarter already, so just for a reminder of the game, it helps everybody.
Luka, why do you think this team has been so successful defensively since you've been here, and what role do you think you've been able to play in that?
I think everybody's connected on the defensive end. There's a lot of talking, a lot of communication, and then on the effort side, everybody's doing a lot.
Hey, Luka, when you first arrived here, obviously the feeling was shock. Now, nearly 2 months later, what would you say is the main word that you feel being here?
You said the main word? Just one word?
More if you like.
I mean, I like short answers. What would I say? I mean, just feels like getting into a new home. Dallas was my home for 7 years, almost 7 years. It really felt like home. So coming here, just trying to build a new home, and I'm getting more and more comfortable.
Luka, mogoče eno out of the box vprašanje. Glede na to, da imamo domačo muziko za tvoje ogrevanje, na podlagi česa zbiraš komade? Je to neko trenutno razpoloženje ali drugega?
Ne, v bistvu jaz sploh ne zbiram. V bistvu jim že prej pošljem veliko komadov, pošljem kakšen radio, tako da tudi oni brskajo, da sami.
When you go up in a game like this, after you have the first quarter that you have?
Yeah, I think defensively the only real sort of lapse was that second quarter. We felt like the game tonight was going to come down, to our ability to get back and defend in transition and take care of the basketball and keep them off the glass. And that wasn't great in the first half, and a lot of those were in the second quarter. We had eight turnovers. They ended up with 21 fast break points, 9 offensive rebounds in the first half, and then cleaned all that stuff up in the second half, which was awesome. And then I think, for 3 quarters, just the way we were able to generate great shots and, Luka leading that. But I think defensively, outside of a couple things, even in the fourth, there were a couple red mistakes, but it was a great night, and I think Vando and Goody really led that for us. You felt them when they were in the game, and they were part of some big runs for us.
You just mentioned them off the bench, and then you also get, I think, 3 guys in double figures, some shots going in off the bench. Obviously, that's going to help on a given night, but anything particularly tonight you saw that got those guys going?
Well, with Jokic out, we knew they were going to red everything, and then when that didn't work, we knew they were going to then fire, and had some turnovers out of that. But once you start going to the double teams, if we're able to move the ball and get in the blender and have the proper spacing, we're able to generate some good shots. And I thought Luka was really patient. Him starting the game aggressively against the Reds, forced them into having to double team him, and then the other guys were beneficiaries of that.
JJ, along those lines, Luka entered tonight averaging about 10 points per game in the first quarter, which is his highest scoring quarter with you guys. Season high 21 tonight in the first. Is there a benefit to him getting going early and just the chain reaction that has with the defense then being forced to double and just that opening up everything else for everyone else?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what it was exactly in Dallas, but I know he had a number of big first quarters for them. I remember seeing some stat with last season it was some crazy number of 25-point first quarter. So, this is kind of what he does and has done throughout his career. But we want him to be aggressive no matter what. But he's gonna play the right way. It's not his teammates have talked about that over the last few days. Just the way that he's getting them shots, and that he's not really he's not forcing things when they are double teaming. He's just kind of allowing the game to present itself, and then he makes the read.
Along the same lines, when he gets going like that, have you seen, I mean, the ball's in his hands a lot of the times too, but have you seen a recognition from his teammates in order to kind of keep it going, doing what they can to keep that streak going for him?
Yeah, we've talked about it as a staff, with the group, just having the recognition